So here's a real quick story that perfectly demonstrates how both men and women, can be complete boneheads when their emotions get involved in a situation where their brain should be doing all the, decision making. Where a wife, she gets busted having a 6-month affair. 6 months, that's a whole lot of sausage coming in and out of that hot dog factory. Anyhow, and to save the marriage, she offers her husband a hall pass. And her husband, very foolishly, goes along with this. He stays with her, and no surprise, guess who gets all bent out of shape when he actually uses it? And this goes to show you that if, either way, you catch your girlfriend or boyfriend or spouse, what are you going to call it, cheating, end it. Don't accept conditions and hall passes and all that. It always leads to disaster. And both parties are complete boneheads here. Titled, Am I the A-hole for using a hall pass my wife gave me? And a shout out to Ash for sending me this short story. It says, okay, I'm in a tough situation right now. My wife had a 6-month-long affair in the 7th year of a marriage and got caught. It was a shocking and devastating thing, obviously. She offered me a 1 hall pass for each month of her affair. So he gets 1 hall pass, he gets 6 hall passes. Meanwhile, for 6 months, Lord knows how many times the sausage was going in and out of her. He only gets 6. Clearly, she knows she has the power in the relationship. It took years of marriage counseling to get back where we were previously. Smack! Why didn't you divorce her? I get that you're heartbroken. Nobody wants to go through that. But once a cheater, always a cheater. She's just going to find more clever ways to cover her tracks. And the fact that she, no problem, offered you the opportunity to sleep with other women tells me that obviously SEX to her means nothing, and she doesn't care about you. It says here, I used the hall passes my wife gave to me at the beginning of reconciliation. I slept 3 times with 2 different women without my wife knowing about it. When she gave me the hall passes, she put several rules. So she gave him 6 opportunities to sleep with chicks, while she probably slept with that dude 60 plus times. And now she has rules and terms and conditions. Number 1, she should not know the use of the hall passes unless she asks. Okay. 2, I should answer her questions honestly and in detail if she asks. 3, protection is a must. 4, no emotional connection. Yeah, they always say no emotional connection. The women can have no emotional connection because it's all about the attention and validation and the butterflies and all that type of thing, the unpredictability of it. But men usually get an emotional connection because they actually just want one woman in their lives. Well, watch this. So I obeyed the rules. Smack, obeyed. She should be obeying you, bonehead. And I'm going to be very honest here. It helped me subside the resentment I had towards her. That is just how getting even feels, I guess. Not that it's a great thing, but it is a fact. It has been 5 years since everything, and we're doing great. Doing great? Come on. Please, she just found better ways to cover her tracks, that's all. And now she can point the finger at you whenever this comes out because, oh, look, he slept with other women too. You know? This is absurd. He should have broken up. Last week, she decided to ask me about the hall passes out of nowhere. I was honest with her as she asked. I answered every question she asked. Maybe I shouldn't have been honest thinking now. She does not even look at me in the eyes now and is in a depressive state. Oh, poor her. She's the one that offered the hall passes, isn't she? Funny how it didn't come up for 5 years. And out of nowhere, whoosh. Probably because she's up to no good. I know this calls for another marriage counseling for us and maybe individual counseling too. I did not even remember the hall passes and women before she asked, but now I feel like crap now. Was I the a-hole? The only way you're the a-hole is that you actually stayed with her. That you actually played along with this nonsense. And I might add, obeyed her, as you said, and let her dictate the terms and conditions. And only 6 times for the whole thing? You gotta be kidding me. But, and again, now she has this on you. It's over. Okay, it was over years ago. And I'm sure she was cheating longer than 6 months, my friend. I don't know how old you are, but whatever it is, it's not worth it. Okay? It's just a big mess. It's a drama fest. Unless, of course, you like the drama. Who knows? But you don't get even with people you love. And if you do someone wrong, you don't want them to get even with you. It's just a freaking mess. Now, he also responded to a lot of people's comments. So I'm going to read his responses. It gives more clues on the situation and thinking in this whole thing. One thing he said was, I think the main reason I used them, the hall passes, was the resentment that I felt. I'm not going to lie. As I stated in the post, it helped me subside the resentment to the point where I may not have found the resolve to reconcile if I didn't get that back then. Thinking back, it was stupid and immature, but it's not possible to change what happened in the past. Well, you can't change the past. You can only learn from it. But yeah, it was stupid, And I get you were hurting and angry and a whole whirlwind of emotions. Your wife betrayed you. But you shouldn't have done that. Another one. It's not easy to leave it. He says it's not easy to leave a 7-year relationship, especially when you love the other person. I'm glad I reconciled, but I cannot change the fact that I use these hall passes. Was it stupid and immature? Yes. However, they helped me in my resentment back then. Well, no one can blame you for using it, but the better opportunity would have been to end it, and I get you're heartbroken. But once a cheater, always a cheater, and she's going to do this down the road, I guarantee you. Okay, and there's more to this thing. You got probably trickle truth, my friend. This is just a mess. Another one. He said, no, but it definitely helped with reconciliation. If I did not do that at the beginning, my resentment would stay, which would inevitably result in an unsuccessful attempt at reconciliation and marriage counseling. And maybe that would have been a good thing. And then you would have broken up, and now you could have moved after 5 years, healed, moved on, and your relationship guy, maybe you learned something, and you would have found somebody that actually wasn't a snake. Another one. I would not be able to stay if it was not for the hall pass. I built up a lot of resentment, and the hall pass was the one way for me to relieve it. I thought of getting even back then, which is stupid, but it helped with the reconciliation. If I had not used them at the time in the reconciliation, there'd be no relationship nor marriage at all. I did not stay to F other people. I F'd other people to stay. These two are a complete freaking mess. So they should have broken up. End of story. Now I'm going to read some comments from the peanut gallery. Clearly, people think the way I think. One guy says here, you should have just kicked her to the curb when you found out about her infidelity. Cheating is a major breaking point in a relationship and shouldn't be tolerated. Hall passes just cause further issues, as you can obviously see. Yes, here we go, 5 years later, and she's upset about this. This was her idea. She was the cheater. But she probably thought, my husband, he's not going to get any girls. He's not going to cheat on me. Which it wasn't cheating. She gave a pass. Another one. Not the a-hole, but you shouldn't have continued the marriage, in my opinion. She should not have gotten to decide how many hall passes you get. You got 6 hall passes. Do you think she only had SCX 6 times in 6 months during her affair? Exactly. And now you have to feel guilty. I feel like you got played. I would suggest using the remaining hall passes and not get guilt tripped into surrendering them. Using a hall pass is not cheating, in your case at least. I have a better idea to end it. One more. It says, OP, notice how everything revolves around your wife. She cheated because she wanted to. She gave you the hall passes because she wanted to alleviate her guilt. She got sad you took her up on her offer because she wanted to face no real consequences. Beyond feeling bad for a bit during reconciliation. Now she's most likely going to use your hall passes as a way to victimize herself because she loves self-pity. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. She actually believed he would never use them, or she knew. And now she probably has a new guy in mind, and now she can use this somehow to justify cheating she's already been doing. Guaranteed. Mate, I'm glad fucking other women helped you get over your resentment. Unfortunately, it's a distraction from the real issue. If marriage is a contract, then your wife broke the most important terms and conditions over a 6-month period. You need to reflect on your life and really ask yourself whether she should be part of it. Amen. There you go, guys. These things don't work. If your partner, wife, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it nowadays, cheats on you, let alone 6 months of that type of thing, and Lord knows what else is going on, best to part ways. As much as it hurts, because you're never going to trust her again. And you can't have a relationship without trust. You're always going to be looking and thinking when she's on her phone, if she's staying late at work, if she's having drinks with clients, meeting with business partners, on her phone, going out for a drive. That's just no way to live. And then just back and forth with this drama. So it's best to cut things loose and move on. So I'll be looking for more updates from this guy. If you see one, let me know and see how this thing plays out, because I don't think it's going to be very good.